Northshire Valley, once a serene sanctuary in Elwyn Forest, now faces chaos despite the victory over the Lich King. Stormwind's militia is stretched thin. Blackrock orcs, led by Kurtok the Slayer, invade through a new pass. This invasion threatens to burn forests and vineyards, overwhelm the infantries, and destabilize the entire region. Eliryssa, a skilled warlock, has been recruited from Stormwind to help the infantries fighting these orcs. Her mission is to protect Northshire Valley from the relentless Blackrock invasion, aid the wounded, and ensure the survival of this vital region against the encroaching threat.
So you're the new recruit from Stormwind, eh? I'm Marshal McBride, commander of this garrison. Glad to have you on board. Eliryssa, it is Eliryssa, right?
Yes, sir.
You have arrived just in time. The Blackrock orcs have managed to sneak into Northshire through a break in the mountain. My soldiers are doing their best, but they need help. Head northwest into the forest and kill the attacking Blackrock wargs. Help my soldiers.
With her orders clear, Eliryssa ventured into the dense forest, her resolve steeled against the looming threat. The cries of battle echoed around her as she sought out the Blackrock wargs, determined to aid the overwhelmed soldiers and restore peace to Northshire Valley. Her journey had just begun, and every step was a test of her newfound skills and bravery.
The wargs have been dealt with, Marshal. What is next?
You've bought us a little time, Eliryssa, but we've got even bigger problems to deal with now.
What do you need me to do, sir?
The invading orcs aren't fools. They are sizing us up, making sure that when they attack, it will be to their advantage.
What can we do to counter their plans?
In the forest to the northwest, there are Blackrock spies. They peer at us through spyglasses, watching our every move, waiting. I want you to take the fight to them. Kill the Blackrock spies. We must show them that we know they are watching us and that we are prepared.
Understood, Marshal. I will take care of the spies.
With her new orders, Eliryssa set off into the dense northwest forest. The tension was palpable as she navigated through the trees, aware of the spies lurking nearby. Her mission was clear: eliminate the Blackrock spies and send a message that Northshire was prepared for any threat. The fate of the valley depended on her success. As Eliryssa ventured deeper into the forest, she spotted the first Blackrock spy, his eyes fixed on the abbey through a spyglass. With a swift incantation, she unleashed a torrent of shadowy magic, taking him out before he could react. One by one, she hunted them down, her spells striking with precision and power. Each spy fell silently, their plans thwarted. The forest was her battlefield, and she moved with purpose, eliminating every threat to Northshire. Her determination and skill ensured that no spy remained to report back, securing a momentary peace for the embattled valley.
The spies have been dealt with, Marshal. What is next?
Excellent work, Eliryssa. You've turned out to be quite an asset to this garrison.
Thank you, Marshal. I am ready for whatever comes next.
It's time for you to train.
I want to help you more before I start my training. What else needs to be done?
I received an urgent message from Sergeant Willem. Turns out that the Blackrock orcs have hired goblin assassins. They ambushed our battalion behind the abbey.
Goblin assassins? That sounds serious. What does Sergeant Willem need?
Willem has asked me to send him a hero. You have to go help them, Eliryssa.
Where can I find Sergeant Willem?
Find Sergeant Willem north of the abbey at the command tent. Go.
On my way, Marshal. I'll do my best to assist them.
With her new orders, Eliryssa quickly set off north. The path to the command tent was fraught with danger, but she remained resolute. Every step brought her closer to aiding her comrades. She approached the tent. She steeled herself, ready to confront the goblin assassins and support Sergeant Willem.
Sergeant Willem, Marshal McBride sent me to assist you. What is the situation?
It's true. We were ambushed. I don't dare send any more soldiers out there and risk losing them too.
That sounds dire. How can I help?
I need a volunteer. Someone willing to risk their life.
I'll volunteer, Sergeant. Tell me what needs to be done.
Have you ever seen a goblin, Eliryssa? They're wretched little monsters that love only two things: gold and themselves.
I've heard of them but never faced one. What makes them so dangerous?
The Blackrock orcs have enlisted the aid of goblin assassins to kill our soldiers. If you look to the field in the north, you can barely make out their silhouettes, sneaking about in the grass.
I see them. What do you need me to do?
I need you to head out there and kill every goblin that you see. They need to learn that nobody messes with the Alliance.
Understood, Sergeant. I'll make sure they regret coming here.
Despite her earlier confidence, Eliryssa felt a flicker of doubt as she advanced towards the northern field. She had no idea what kind of danger awaited her. Goblin shadows flitted through the tall grass, their deadly intent clear. She readied her spells, determined to protect her comrades and demonstrate the Alliance's strength. A fierce battle was about to begin. As Eliryssa engaged the goblins, the northern field became a deadly game of stealth. Her imp, moving silently, launched fiery attacks while Eliryssa cast precise spells. Together, they executed a covert assault, eliminating goblin assassins with quiet efficiency and securing the safety of Northshire Valley.
The goblins have been dealt with, Sergeant.
That will teach those monsters. They'll think twice before taking another mercenary job for orcs.
Sergeant looks at the field and assesses the situation, then continues.
Excellent work, Eliryssa. The rear is now officially clear.
Thank you, Sergeant. What is next?
We'll take care of the stragglers. I want you to go back to Marshal McBride, standing in front of Northshire Abbey, south of here, and let him know that the goblin situation is under control.
Understood, Sergeant. I will report back to Marshal McBride immediately.
Farewell, warlock.
Farewell.
With her mission complete, Eliryssa salutes Sergeant Willem and heads back towards Northshire Abbey. Though danger still loomed with orcs roaming nearby, she felt a sense of accomplishment and readiness for whatever comes next. Reporting back to Marshal McBride, she's prepared for the next challenge.
Marshal McBride, Sergeant Willem wanted me to inform you that the goblin situation is under control.
Excellent news, Eliryssa. With your help, we have managed to secure the northern and western sectors of Northshire.
That is a relief. What about the rest of the area?
We still have a rather large contingency of Blackrock orcs to the east, and they've begun burning down the forest. They have taken over the vineyard to the east and are planning their final assault against us. They must be stopped.
What do you need me to do?
Head east, across the river, and kill the rampaging Blackrock orcs. Collect their weapons as proof of their demise, and return to me. You're our only hope, Eliryssa.
Understood, Marshal. I will handle it right away.
As Eliryssa started walking east towards the vineyard, she noticed a distraught woman standing near the path. It was Millie, the owner of the vineyard. She looked like she was about to lose everything. Concerned, Eliryssa stopped to ask about her situation, hoping to offer help amidst the chaos and destruction.
Millie, you look distressed. What is happening here?
Times like these make me long for when the Defias were still around. The cataclysm has opened a pathway from the burning steppes, and now Blackrock orcs pour into Northshire Valley. They have taken over my vineyard and are burning it to the ground. To the ground!
That is terrible. What can I do to help?
Please, Eliryssa, that vineyard is all I have. Take my fire extinguisher and extinguish the flames at the vineyard. There still might be hope for that land.
I will do my best, Millie. I will not let your vineyard burn.
Eliryssa traveled east, her heart heavy with anticipation. As she crossed the river, the smell of smoke grew stronger, and the sight of the burning forest filled her with urgency. Upon reaching the vineyard, devastation met her eyes, trees ablaze, crops destroyed, and Blackrock orcs rampaging through the fields. The once lush and serene vineyard was now a battleground, scarred by the chaos and destruction inflicted by the invaders. Determined, she prepared to confront the orcs and reclaim the land. As Eliryssa entered the vineyard, the heat from the raging fires was intense. Blackrock orcs roamed the area, their presence menacing. With her imp by her side, Eliryssa engaged the orcs, casting shadowy spells to bring them down swiftly. Each fallen orc brought a small reprieve. Between battles, she used Millie's fire extinguisher to douse the flames, working methodically to save the vineyard. The combination of battling orcs and extinguishing fires was exhausting. But Eliryssa's determination never wavered. Gradually, the fires were brought under control, and the once chaotic vineyard began to show signs of recovery. With the fires extinguished and the orcs defeated, Eliryssa made her way back to Millie. The vineyard was a charred landscape of ash and debris, a stark contrast to its former beauty. As she approached, Millie looked up with a mix of gratitude and sorrow.
Millie, I have done what I could. The fires are out, and the orcs have been dealt with.
Bless your heart, Eliryssa. You truly are a hero of the Alliance. Though the land is completely incinerated and there is nothing left of the vineyard but ash and debris, I still might be able to recover. Right? How bad can it be?
It looks bad now, but with time and effort, I believe you can bring it back. Do not lose hope, Millie. Marshal McBride, the vineyard is secure, and the orcs have been defeated.
Excellent work, Eliryssa. The Blackrock orcs will surely fall now that their main force has been defeated.
What is next, Marshal?
Only one task remains.
What is the final task, Marshal?
The rampaging orc horde is led by a savage beast known as Thwarting the Slayer. Thwarting is responsible for the recent invasion and must be killed if we are to have peace in the valley.
Where can I find him?
Venture back east across the river and through the vineyard, and look for the passage leading into the mountains. Thwarting will be there, preparing for another assault. Kill him and return to me.
Understood, Marshal. I will take care of Thwarting.
As Eliryssa approached the burning forest, she carefully made her way through the smoke and flames. She finally reached a vantage point near where Thwarting the Slayer stood. From her position, she could see him clearly, a menacing figure amidst the inferno. The forest burned around him, marking the devastation of his invasion. Steeling herself for the battle ahead, Eliryssa prepared her spells, knowing this confrontation would be decisive.
Marshal McBride, Thwarting has been slain.
With Thwarting slain, we are safe once again from the orcish hordes. I will send peasants to the pass in an attempt to seal the passage so that no more orcs may come through into our territory.
I am glad I could help, Marshal.
You have the thanks of Stormwind and of the Alliance, hero. Eliryssa, you are a warlock with proven interest in the security of Northshire. You are now tasked with the protection of the surrounding Elwyn forest.
I accept this duty, Marshal. What do I need to do?
If you accept this duty, then I have prepared papers that must be delivered to Marshal Dugan in Goldshire. Goldshire lies along the southern road past the border gates.
I will deliver the papers and ensure the protection of Elwyn Forest.
As Eliryssa journeyed towards Goldshire, she carried crucial documents from Marshal McBride. The reports warned of a Blackrock orc invasion in Northshire Valley, indicating it might be a precursor to a more significant threat. Magistrate Solomon of Lakeshire needed to be alerted immediately. The documents also included a commendation for Eliryssa, awarding her deputy status with the Stormwind army. Marshal McBride praised her eagerness and distinction in serving Northshire and expressed confidence in her abilities to protect Elwyn Forest. With a sense of pride and responsibility, Eliryssa prepared to deliver the critical message and continue her service to the Alliance.